Hey, YouTube, Crash is back. Um, Finally with the update. I didn't want to say anything, and I don't mean finally, like I'm rushing it. It was a couple months, but a lot of my own doing too, and wonderful decisions. But I'm wearing them. Got the new sockets. I know, I guess a lot of it you're not going to see much of a difference, but my old ones. This is one of them. This is the right side. And the way I know is this funny little adapter here. They call it a pylon. That guy on the other side was offset. It was a weird, just because my leg is, yeah. um, but I guess the only real difference, I'll hold them up side by side. See if anybody can actually tell on camera. Yeah, you can kind of see the weave there. These new ones, still carbon fiber, still super light like these, but the weave's a lot tighter on the new ones, I guess, or at least it seems that way to me. And then if you see the old style, which it doesn't, to me, it doesn't make a difference. I don't feel heavier, lighter. It doesn't feel any different. But it's just OCD and looking, the gearhead side of me. Yeah, you can almost see that weave right there. Boy, I love this material. But these are my very last ones, the ones I've been waiting to change out just because they weren't fitting good. One of the biggest differences is this guy right here, little one-way valve, and definitely a push button. That helps. Some days are dead. But simple, if anybody doesn't know, you put your leg in, especially with that socket, and it pushes all the air down through. There's a solid hole right through to the inside of the socket, and any air gets expelled, but that valve will close for the air coming back in. So that's why it pushes all the excess out, and then the rest of it just holds you down in with this wonderful wetsuit sleeve that I keep bringing up. Obviously, rolls over the top of that half, and then you roll this side up your leg, just like this guy right here, without showing too much. Um, I guess besides that valve, like I said, the biggest difference is the sleeve too, and I'm going to try to get into that without getting too far off subject. But if you look at these guys, there's no, you can barely see it's black, horrible lighting, but there's no valve. So weird. I always caught that thing on rocker panels or trying to slide down, hit it on the exhaust or something on the motorcycle. Just afraid one day I'm going to pop that thing right off. And these, I don't know about others, but these on my old sockets look like they're in there with some kind of epoxy. So I'm sure I could probably reattach it, but just the fact of that thing popping off and this thing just floating all over the place, don't want to be there. Haven't been there yet, don't want to be there. This guy, she was telling me and she showed me that you can see it on this one. Boy, this makes it easier. There's a hole right there, and this one doesn't have it for some reason. You can't really see. Oh yeah, you can. That white area down below, there's no hole. It's solid besides the back half where that valve is. On my new leg, from what she showed me and what I understand, is the valve is actually built into that center spot right there. So it still does the same thing, push the air out, doesn't let it back in. But I'm not, for my clumsy self, I'm not going to hit it on anything. I'm not going to nick it, pop it off, and get a flat tire, I guess. I don't know what you would call it. I'll think of a name. But that's the biggest differences. Now the sleeve, I guess besides y'all that have already had these or done some research because you want them, for any of y'all that don't know or you have all your limbs, uh, I don't really understand how to explain this. If I can hold on to it, explain this any better. But you can kind of see on the inside. I, it's kind of a gel. It's kind of a, I don't know, a rubber, but it's obviously super tight down here where it's thin. And I don't know. Kind of fuzz on the outside, you know, tennis ball fuzz almost is black, but the inside's all just that weird, almost inner tube kind of stuff. But again, really stretchy. Uh, it was really not these, probably just me myself. It was really restricting the knee movement, even just halfway, and that's about all I could get. My left side, I've told y'all I have a contracture, so that one constantly wants to stay bent. I gotta force it straight if I can. This guy goes all the way straight. I mean, I can get that right out there. It doesn't look like it in camera, but I can. And then right about there is where I could get it with the other legs. It all depends too on the back of the socket. They have that little cutout there for the back of your leg, and it's got like a slight lip there. And this is all stuff that you can ask your doctor to trim, heat up, and kind of press out, add padding. There's a soft liner that kind of goes in there that they have. It's all in what you need, or at least from what they're telling me. But this new liner, I don't really know how to show y'all besides taking it out, but I mean, this thing, wow, it's just so much more stretchy than the other one. It almost looks like the same weird material on the inside, but you can even tell, well, y'all can see in the camera, that, I don't know, it's this weird gray and light gray, and it looks like it has an extra soft spot up here by the knee, obviously more flex. Now, I have found more active sleeves, is what they call them. And I mean, they're not cheap. The cheapest one I found, even I think it was this one. These look like they go for about 75 bucks a pop, just cash, no insurance. Which again, thankfully, insurance helps me a lot, a lot, a lot. But that was the problem, popping the holes and doing all that. That's the other thing too. Not like it's anything weird or fancy. Hopefully I don't get any strikes for this. Oh, there we go. Again, it's black, so it's going to be impossible to show really, but this is that little gator thing, and that goes over that top lip right there, and that makes a big difference. It'd be cool if I could show this a little better, but that's not a knife's edge, but it's, you know, enough where you have something rubber constantly just bending and pulling over that spot from you constantly bending your leg and straightening it out, and just, well, there we go. This one, that is another difference too. This one, the collar is a lot higher versus my other one, and it's definitely, oh yeah, it's hard to tell on camera, but it's definitely a lot thicker up here compared to the other one. Again, I don't know if that's just different manufacturers. Oh, holding it backwards. Different companies, different manufacturers or not, but it's a lot thicker up at the top. At the bottom, where it goes down, where it kind of tapers with my leg, it definitely gets a lot thinner. But just what a world of difference, even with the sleeve too. And again, I'm not knocking anybody, any other companies or anything like that. I don't know, I guess I'm just impatient or something, or just too much OCD. But if I can keep the camera straight, I just wanted to switch out and see just with this company, and I've looked at them a lot, talked to them a lot, and even had one of the guys that he's somewhere in the company. He stopped by. I had a black convertible Camaro show up out front one day, and I definitely don't know any Chevy guys. What's going on? And guy hops out with right leg amputee below the knee, and cool guy, real cool guy. Like I said, he's affiliated with the company somehow, but awesome. He stopped by yesterday too with the nice lady that processes, and they come over and they're hanging out talking and trying to, you know, test and tune, doing all that cool stuff. I'm gonna pull this up while I'm talking to y'all. Everything went good. It was not that I really want it to be just, you know, like give me my legs and get out. No, it's not like that at all. I'd probably keep them longer than they want to be around with all the questions and just in case and just so I don't forget anything. But I'm learning, especially no matter what you do or how much you walk in your appointment, somehow, some way, it always changes by the time you get home or by the very next day. But I threw these guys on and I had to adjust a little bit. Again, for those of y'all that don't know, I can use my running blade. There's that bad boy. Now this, if anybody cares or doesn't know, this is what it looks like when it's not on. Super awesome. That's the attachment right there with all the grub screws, which makes it a lot easier for me to figure out. And then that little adapter I showed y'all on the bottom. If I'm right, because they call the other one a pylon, but I'm pretty sure it's like male and female pylons. But then, yeah, and that would be the female. But take that guy right there, and 100% just sit it in there, and adjust all four of those grub screws like all the way around, you know, front, back, side to side. There's the guy from Levitate, a couple of the people there, and Sebastian filled me in, and Sebastian and Lassie from Levitate gave me another heads up on how to attach these without having that huge shin section on the last ones. And I'm pretty sure I spoke about a good amount of this on the other video on these. But back on track here. It's just, I don't know. One, you got to be careful because a lot of this stuff's aluminum too, and anybody that messes with Allen heads or grub screws or anything, finicky, especially with me. But he just helped me out so much to get it down to, because I was way taller. I was almost creeping on 7 feet, and usually I've been 6'3". Well, you know, but I took out the whole shin attachment, and y'all can't really see it. Maybe, not the speaker, y'all. But in this big old cowboy boot, it goes from about here to, there we go, here. And it's just a metal, just the 2 pylon adapters and literally a metal pipe to the middle that they just cut to fit. And you can loosen it, and you can go taller and shorter, depending on what you really want. And this kit that I went over before, you get everything you need. If you give them the right information on your height, and all you got to do, they walk through it with you. There's nothing you're going to need. They give you everything. They give you the tools, they give you the wrenches, they give you these adapters, all these extra screws. There's little spacers, almost like a carburetor, like a spacer plate, goes under here. So what I really got to do, not that it's primarily about this, but I got to add, I think, the 2 spacers back here, because I'm shorter. I'm almost 5'8", I think, right now with these. So hopefully when I put those spacers in, they bring me back up to 6 feet or a little bit above. And it's easier to use them, for sure, but I don't know. It almost feels like stilts. Way up there, you know, when you're kind of up there, you're going to have problems balancing when you're way high. So thankful, especially when they get right on the phone. And I mean, we got the future smartphones and all that, but just for an online conference to say, hey, how you doing, face to face, hey, grab this, grab that, do that, adjust this, and or messaging. That's how he hit me up in message. But just awesome people. If there's any of y'all out there that know somebody, or you yourself want to get into this or figure it out or anything, just send a message. I mean, the worst they can say is no, not right now, or anything like that. But these people, I am severely blessed that I got that grant. I didn't think of that would ever happen. I can't even talk now. But I never thought I'd be holding these. This is absolutely incredible to sit there and be holding these. That company itself, incredible. I don't want to say the number because I don't remember 100%, but I know it's under $3,000 as far as I know for 2. So if you're only a single amputee, better off. And you can stand in one spot. These things, trying to stand in one spot, it is constantly trying to step on grapes. It feels like I've almost got it where I can lean for a couple seconds and then I got to move again. But so back to the main point. This is another one they give you in the kit with the Levitate blades. I mean, you really can't ask for more from this company. They give you everything at your front door, but without sounding like a paid sponsor, because I'm not. This thing I use for my regular legs too, because it happens to be the same size as the grub screws. I got the other one that I also carry with me, because if y'all remember the other video, going around to the parts store the other day or a couple weeks ago, when that left foot loosened up on me, I am never leaving the house without a backup Allen from here on out. Having to try to find a parts store and get there before your foot comes off. I gotta put like a safety tether or something on there, just in case flapping behind me I can figure out. But this thing's awesome. Yeah, fancy it's a tool, but it separates. Put it right in my pocket and ready to go. Love this thing. Yesterday, that was another thing after she was done. There's still a little Loctite on there, and I definitely use Loctite as much as I can. But this guy works so good, especially with the leverage with this side of the T-handle. Really could make him come out. I didn't have to do much. I think I showed y'all, and if I didn't, I'm not taking it out because it's a giant pain. But I have almost like 2.5 inches of foam up in the front here underneath my foot. So it picks it up, so it almost makes it want to be level instead of trying to walk like that the whole time. So it was cool just to grab this tool, go in here. I got the same thing right there. Let me try to get a little closer without making this too bad. There we go, if y'all can see, got the screws right there, front, back, all the way around. Oh, yeah, professional camera guy. So it's for, like I said, you know, left, right, so up and down. And what I usually do, there's another set of pylons down here at the foot. It'd be a lot easier if I could show you. But I have the front all the way out for the most part, as far as I can. And the other ones, you know, left and right in, so I can kind of get it balanced. And then the front, I have the front screw all the way in, and then the back screw almost all the way out as much as it would go. That way it picks up my foot as much as possible, so I'm not feeling like I'm leaning over a cliff the whole time while I'm trying to walk. But with those foam inserts that I figured out the other day, and then Obviously, the ply socks. I've had to play with them with these more just because it's such a fresh mold and it's right on point. Um, ugh, this guy, they're both about the same. I guess I'm playing with different things on this side. This is day two. I got these yesterday, so. And if y'all were watching this, today's Thursday. That's when it is. But this guy, yeah, that's right. So I'm walking the half 3-ply, and then I got one 5-ply on the outside of these. The new sleeves too, they came with the same kind, this awesome, super soft material. So that was really cool to get something familiar that I'm used to, because I'm not, again, not trying to be greedy or selfish, but if I can get this stuff to stay the same for as long as possible, then I'm going to shoot for that. Definitely not big on new, fancy, change, this, that, or the other. I just want something that works, and it's carbon fiber. Win, win, win. So, the other side, not that it matters, but I want to say that's 6-ply. I think I'm rocking 2-3-plies, and it seems to be good. There's still a little extra space, but I think I lost a couple pounds too, and until this change of life, I never realized that losing 1 to 2 pounds can make such an incredible difference. Just make the whole morning completely backwards after my first cup of coffee. But I don't know. I guess kind of messing around with it, playing with it, kind of figuring it out. And those of y'all that are already in this fun little setup, I'm sure you got some kind of tricks. And you see, I'm just getting the camera. Some kind of little tricks and whatever have you to get around this stuff or do what you got to do. You know, I got this is because of the other processes, so he helped me out there. But oh, that's nice and tender. I got these straps right here. Yeah, you can see the buckle. So that's literally just the cables behind your computer. It's just a Velcro strap for that. It just holds the bottom on. And when you fold this liner all the way down over, if you don't have anything there, when you pull it up to wrinkle it up, it's so tight, it'll grab the bottom of that and it'll pull it up halfway, and you'll end up with this, just a mess. If any of y'all fish, you know, like a bait caster, when you do it wrong and you send it out there and it whoosh, that's exactly what it is. It's just a ball of mess. That helps a lot. I got my little, again, not that this is so interesting, my little rubber bands. I gotta figure that out more, but when I'm on the bike, put those down and wrap the rubber band around them, because I know I've mentioned this in a video. These things come up and they're about flapping up here on me. I'm wearing a mankini. Not my style. Anybody else, that's your life, your way, but not mine. I think that's everything on the new. Yeah, that's definitely everything on the new. Right now, good to go. I mean, I went out to grab some containers of worms and fishing bait, and went out to grab a few things, gas and whatever. And I made it to the gas station, went off to the bait store. Everything was okay there, and then on the way back, it was, whoa, catching up with me. I'm sure it's just new, just like a new pair of shoes. Everything's going to be tight and you got to wear into it and your body's got to adapt. The left one, rock solid. It feels like, again, I might need to add another ply or maybe put some weight back on. Like it would hurt me. And figure that out. That'll probably make it a lot better with that situation. The right leg, it's because anything right there is going to be normal, or expect this or expect that, but I can show you on this. If you look again, this is the back side, so that would be the right side of my leg, and you got this big rise that comes up. It almost reminds me of like a collar on a shirt, but on the inside right here, because this would be the right side anyways, this corner over here, right down, let's see, yeah, right down about there is a awesome bolt that sticks out of my leg. Usually you're looking at the right side, so if it was the left, there'd be a bolt right underneath that little collar side right there. So whenever the leg wants to go left or right, or you know, trying to walk and use the leg to pull, that bolt is just right up against that thing. This one was flared out enough, there we go, flared out enough, and this guy was kind of massaged a little bit and big enough so it didn't really hit. But I'm so lucky on this one that the ridge, when I put the socks on there to pick my leg out of it, pulls that right up over the inside of my leg. And not that anybody would want to see it anyways, but you can't really see, I guess, because it's skin. It's just kind of a weird I don't know, like a knuckle or something, just the rise. But if you feel down in there, you can feel the bolt. You can almost feel the hexagon shape, and I'll have to look it up in the X-rays. But I have down to the measurements of every nut, screw, bolt, what kind of bone cement they put in there. I have the old rods that used to be in my legs, but were taken out, or they call them nails. And then I mean I still have the rods up top and the thighs and everything. But that right there, that's really not crying, but it's really wearing me out on the way back. That's my brake foot, anyways. So I use, emergency braking, whatever, hitting that thing, or when someone pulls their out of stater stuff. Uh, it doesn't really bother me. It doesn't really push on it too much. It's not going to make the leg pivot any weird ways or anything. Hey, and I just noticed. Thank you, Shade Tree. Didn't even realize I was wearing that. But long story long, halfway back, it was just. And if it's anywhere close to where I'd get worried, where I wouldn't think I could, I don't want to say this out loud, but ride the bike or anything was kind of sketchy or dangerous, says the guy riding with fake feet. But I wouldn't. I'd call it. I'd pull over and take a rest or take a break or something like that, or I wouldn't go out if it was something like that. If I was too worried, so it was just too much to the point where y'all might know too better than I do. I still feel like this is the first year. I know it's a little over, barely, but a little over 3 years now for me. It sucks my energy right out. I don't know what it is. Probably just being a wimp, but trying to sit there and just do the normal things, walk around, blah, 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 which is no difference with the sneakers and the boots. It's just a little lighter. And I did find out, it took me a little bit, but once I wear these guys, I either have to take it really easy the next day or two with the boots, or I'll have to put the sneakers on for a couple days, because those things just, they're not bad, and I'm not complaining, but they definitely work your legs and your muscles, and that whole, I pulled and strained muscles I didn't even know I had. I pulled and strained muscles I didn't know they hook back up. They definitely, whew, feels good though. Feels good every time. It seems, hopefully a little more and more. Um, but I don't know. I'm just rambling, babbling here in circles. But crying about pain, it wore me out quick. I went to the gas station to get what I needed to, and it's not close like right around the corner. But I mean, maybe 15 minutes away, 10, 15, 20 with traffic. And just going there, walking in real quick, grabbing the worms, and sitting on the bike for a couple minutes, and then leaving, and that's it. I didn't walk around much. I didn't even, I mean, I walked up to, let's see, the refrigerators, and back up to the counter and outside. It wasn't all around the store. It's nowhere close to the size of Walmart. So it took me down quick. I figured, just drenched already in sweat, might as well just come back and cool off a little bit. Take it easy. It's only the second day with the new sockets. So it's still, like I said, still my shins and my awesome original carbon fiber feet. But these guys, new sockets. So I don't know. Maybe it's just a lot, because there's a lot of area in there. You think you got that in there. If you just put your arm, that's about right here. So from here up, that's portion against here, all the wrist. Well, it'd be your knee, but all that, pushing, then your legs in there, doing that, pulling. As you can see that tan line from where I wear the gloves. But long story long, pulling and pushing and just making everything so much fun. So it's nice, again, those of y'all that know, when you get on a bike, you were so hyper focused with all the people just coming left, right, shifting, slowing down. Who's doing this? Are you going to do that? Well, even if you're not, I'm still going to watch out for it. And you're just so focused. You're not on the phone. You're not eating and driving with a knee or anything like that. I don't know. It just somehow it sucks me out of thinking about all that, because that's all I'm focused. It's like these two things are just screaming at me in both ears. I got right in the right ear, left in the left ear. And it's just, I know, wah. But the bike and everything definitely helps. And that beautiful, sweet 2-in-1 exhaust and all that, it helps. It definitely helps, even with the helmet on. But I don't know. Hopefully tomorrow I'll try it again if I feel better. Still got all the baby stuff trying to figure out. I still got to figure out what's left that needs to be picked up so I can grab a few things. Hopefully, yeah, classic one and done. But that's it. Still getting ready. Still a couple more months, maybe early. Hopefully, as long as everything's safe, happy, and healthy. That's all I care about. uh, with the child side of things. And then the blades, the new sockets. The other awesome thing, I guess I'll do like I usually do, slide another thing in. Um, Again, I don't know if it was the other company. Maybe it was me because my brain, regardless of the accident, it's still not firing on all cylinders. But I don't know. I usually got, if I can remember right, like this one on each leg, and then get another backup, and then I would get the inner sleeve, the white one for my leg itself, my real leg, for both sides, and then the second for each side would come in eventually. I had a couple issues sometimes with shipping and stuff and all that crazy stuff. There's been enough going on out there in the world to slow anything down, but this time I got a whole box, and they're coming to my house, so it's a little different. Obviously, it'd be in a big box, all taped up. But I got those new awesome inner liners, the white ones, which I should anyways, I think. Brand new with the sockets. So now thankfully if I can hold on to these, I have a backup. But the crazy thing that's blowing my mind, not only these new stretchy really, I mean look at that. That leg's bent. Doesn't feel good. It's bending. And that right there is outstanding. But I got 6 of those. I mean, I'm still trying to let that set in this big old head of mine. 6 of those. She said it was normal. I don't know, but wow. Not only, like I said before, with these things being, whatever they were, $70 and up, 75 and up for the basics. Unless that's just my search. That's only what I found looking on the internet and talking to people. I have no idea how much these are, but I know just like anything else, the fancier or the more they're supposed to do, the more they charge. So crazy. I don't even want to say it out loud. I don't want to jinx myself, but I have, if I'm not wrong on the math, the 2 I'm wearing right now, obviously, and then the extra 3 for the left and the extra 3 for the right. Thinking to myself, I'm never gonna have to call these people. Not that I want to, anyways. I love these nice people. If I don't need something's not hurting or really messing with me or whatever, I just don't leave you alone. I just call you if I need you, like I would think they're for. But other than this leg, yeah, see, without crying a little bit. That one's nice and stiff. Without this one messing with me right now, I'll give them a call. She said they do like a 2 or 3 week checkup, which is like the other place and any other ones that I hear or know of. Be awesome to see her again and tell her. And I'm just going to try to push through, keep playing with the socks and the ply, because you got to do that anyways. Every day could be different. I could be running 6 ply on this side, on the right side, and then, I don't know, 2 on the left side. And then tomorrow when I wake up, for whatever reason, food, the way I slept, I don't know, stress, I could be almost up to 7 on this side, and then this side's so swollen I could barely get it in the socket by itself. It's crazy, I don't know, but every time I ask, they say, yeah, that's life. Have fun, bud. They don't really say have fun with it. But it's just, it is what it is. The doctors told me right off the bat that even if you get prosthetics and all that stuff, that we can't tell you you're going to be walking again. Your knees are garbage. If any of y'all, you don't have to, but have gone on my Instagram, just because I haven't gotten the best with moving pictures around yet. I got them on my Facebook too. They got the real in-depth x-rays of my legs. I'm not asking anybody to look at it, and I'm definitely not asking for, oh, you poor thing, and blah, blah, blah. Just to see. Not that any of y'all think I'm lying. I mean, these things were smashed. I mean, it looked like someone just took 2 hammers and just having a blast, like Metallica drum solo or something. But yeah, I definitely know. I don't have to repeat it. But I think this is just how it's going to be. I mean, these are awesome. Just sitting here. And the one thing I found out I could do yesterday, which may sound weird to some, let's see if y'all can see this. Put my big old finger in the way. That right there, I know it's hard to see, and plus you can't see below the lines, but the rest of this elbow on each side, on my legs, and sit like this hunched over, even though I know it's oh so great for my spine. Wow. I guess I just have a small brain, but I get so amazed by the littlest things, and I don't care who and where and when or anything is going to say different. Even the days that I can get up the front 2 steps, and it's almost 3, but the few days that I can get up those and try, and I'm not holding onto the door, I'm not grabbing on the doorway and pulling myself in and doing all that, I'm dancing in my brain. Not outside, but I'm dancing in my brain. So happy that I can get up and do that. Even if it's once a month or once a year, I don't care. I went from laying in that stupid bed all hooked up to everything, and now I'm out and about and just being my goofy self. So at the end of the day, like I said, kind of, I guess, including myself, I won't lie, it was a little bit of a bummer, get the new legs and I want to go out and try, and it's like, no, 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 you're gonna sit home for a day, and then tomorrow you'll be able to do a little bit, enjoy that while you can, which I did. Great day, beautiful. It's been a little cooler around here lately, but it was 75 earlier, kind of windy, but just nice cruise, had no problems. Beautiful weather, great people. Love seeing people smiling, waving. Love seeing the big trucks looking down. Hey, hey. And it still cracks me up with the people that sit at the stoplight, and not because of their phones, but they're just sitting there looking all confused. And I wonder how many people are sitting there saying, "Can he still do that?" Well, I am. Just watch. But without the big-headedness, today was the second day on the new sockets, so I'm gonna probably take my boots off pretty soon here and just rest, be an old man for a little while and just relax and try not to beat him up too much. And then later on tonight or tomorrow, hopefully, because I don't care, again, what anybody says, just because I guess I'm self-centered. But a little baby is not going to look up at you and say, oh, your legs are hurting today. Okay, I'll get at you tomorrow. That's just, it's not going to happen, especially at 3 a.m., 1 a.m., 5:30. Milk bottles, diapers. It's been 11 years, but I still don't forget it. So no matter what, I'm still super excited, and I'll do everything I can. And I see everybody out there. My buddy Titaniums, all them. He just had a kid, second, but just had another kid, and a couple other ones. It's really cool. The fact that I mean, it's more than just cool. I just can't spit out the words. I'm a little groggy from my legs are just, I'm drained. Apologize, but everything about it. I'm gonna do whatever I can. Wheelchair, scooting my butt across the floor, whatever I gotta do, no matter which way I gotta do it. I'm gonna try every day to keep trying to be the best dad that I can be, no matter if I am or not. I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm not gonna give up, just like I don't give up on anything else. There's no kill switch on me. There's no off, and there's definitely no disable, because I've said it before. What happens when you have a DVD player or something, or in your car, or with traction control? You hit disable. What does it do? Disables it. It doesn't work. I work. I don't function, 100% or like an OEM model, but I definitely function, and I'm not stopping. I make noise like an old 63 pickup at 30 degrees first thing in the morning, but you pull that choke, you start pumping, and she'll quit going after a while. I'll save you all that craziness, but obviously I can refer and make a car analogy out of almost anything, or at least I try. But that's it. That's all I got news so far. I'm probably forgetting stuff, so and so. I told y'all already too, just a short snippet. I went up to Forgotten Angels. I'm not special or like VIP, but went up there to see a couple other people. Got to see Shade Tree and all them, and a few others. Really cool, and obviously Cog in the Wheel. Cool guy, really cool guy. Unfortunate, he took a little digger, but he's okay. He's back home. He's doing a lot better. It was really cool to get to know him, to see the bike. Not too bad considering, and they rode the bike back. Good old Hondas. You really can't kill them. And if you go to the Forgotten Angels, if you've ever been, and you don't like Hondas, you might not want to be there. Because for some reason, it seems like they just spread in the backyard. And especially once the campfire starts. But, yeah, so that, and then Shade Tree, if y'all saw for a quick snippet, he caught me at the Shame in my sneakers. And that was the recoup week. I just wanted to get out and go see them and a couple of buddies before the other ride. So I wore the blades a little while before that, and my knees got in a fight with a bag of sledgehammers. But I put the sneakers on as I'm going. I don't care. The only thing is those weird squishy bottoms. They're like the real spongy foam. So it's odd on the pegs. I don't know if it's just me again, but without being able to feel anything from, I don't know, bottom of the kneecap down, it's nice to have that heel and that arch just to lock right in on that peg, and I could feel the heel slap up against the peg. So as soon as I push down, I slide up and I feel that boom. I know I'm right on the peg and right where I need to go. When I pick it up and set it on the shifter, I can feel my leg tap the shifter. I pull back. Obviously, no matter what, you're gonna feel the gears mesh. You're gonna feel everything, or at least I'm luckily enough I can still do that. But I don't know. I didn't change it because he was giving me a hard time. But he's like, come on, man. If y'all watch it, you'll see. But he's like, the cowboy boots, what happened? Next time I saw him at the Forgotten Angels when we were hanging out for a little bit, boom, they were back on, zip tied and everything. I'm not giving these boots up. Like I said, I lost so much, not just because of that reason, but I lost so much to do with me. Give up this, give up that. I even had my right side for a year after, and then I had to say goodbye to that. So I'm keeping my boots. I didn't zip tie them on so nobody can take them off. Try, I'll bite you or something. But I'm not giving up my boots unless it, on a serious note, unless it really interferes with the kids or anything like that, or anything else in real life. If it really slows down, I don't know why I said real life, outside life slows down anything big time, then I'm gonna have to figure out something. But I'm glad I figured out how to get him back in, and I wish I would have showed Joe in the last video instead of just saying something. I don't think I put it in the video. I'll watch it back and eat my own words, but the big thick foam, again, it's just squishy foam. You can get it from your processes, and I got the regular one underneath, and then whatever it is, 1.25 inches, 2 inches on top. So there's almost 3 inches. You can almost see my fake toe. Oh yeah, you can't, but it's bulging right there. It's pushing right through the leather because I got that thing wedged so far in there. But with a set of maxed out pylons and a whole bunch of foam shims, it works. It works for now, so I'm not going to get rid of it. But I'm so happy I can still wear them and do whatever. And even the new processes and all them, she was looking right at me and said somebody had asked her if they can wear cowboy boots again or whatever, and she looked right at him and said, no, no. Well, I don't know. Not that I'm special. I'm just way too stubborn to care. But if you want something bad enough, push, 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 push. If it doesn't hurt anybody or anything, definitely go for it. Like, that's an all-out green light if you ask me. But you're not going to know until you try. You can have, I mean, I know most of y'all are grown adults. You know all this stuff. Anybody does anyways. But if I'm even going to make a point, you're not going to know unless you try. Just like we'll go all the way back, even though I said that's almost it. All the way back to meeting Shade Tree the very first time. I just had my right leg, lightened up not too long before I met him. I got the prosthesis. I wasn't really walking. I was kind of hobbling, using a walker or wall, vehicle, wall, railing, whatever. And I kind of exercised a little bit. I looked outside. I had my shadow out there sitting, full tank of gas. I was like, what's stopping me? I mean, if something happens, it's probably not going to be the best issue, but let's face it when it comes. And I am so, so happy. And if I haven't already said this, I am so happy I finally get to spit this out and tell y'all. So happy I got up and I strapped these legs on and I hopped on that beautiful Honda and I went right to the shame. Again, I don't drink that much. If anything, I'll have a beer, wait a while, have a little bit of water and take off. It's something to do with maybe the accident or maybe it's me. It's just dangerous out there enough. I don't need any extra things doing whatever. So yeah, I definitely am so grateful that I went out. And Josh is such a cool guy. A lot of people ask, is he the same as he is in the videos? It's, oh, geez, if not more. If not more. You get the personal face-to-face experience and all that. And there's no, I don't know, there's not like security guards stopping you and doing all that. And I keep remembering I'm wearing that. Or anything like that. I literally hobbled all the way over. Y'all seen the video, I'm like, Josh, Shade Tree. He's like, yeah, what's up, man? I've been dying to meet you, blah, blah, blah. And it was right there, but I went to go hold out my hand to shake it. Big old bear hug. Smiled again, man. Those people are absolutely 10 out of 10 out of 10. David, Cindy, Forgotten Angels, the Brapstar crew. I forget so much to mention names and stuff because I try not to say anything if I don't have, your permission to throw you out there or whatever. But absolutely incredible. I'm going to give David and Cindy a ring here soon and see if I can pop over there again. It's been a couple weeks. I hate not being able to see those people or at least talk to them. You got Instagram and stuff, but meeting up in person and seeing them is just way better. They're all awesome. And meeting more and more new people every single time. Anybody that sees this video, any of y'all that want to come out to a camp out still, me, myself, I can't do much. I'm not rich. I don't own my own plane. But I'm begging you. Please, 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 if you can make it. Now, I get it, again, all over the world, I understand, but if you can make it, you will not regret it. Whether it be the food, the people, the weather, the crazy Florida, nowhere else in the world is like Florida, in my opinion. And I've been quite a few places. I've been to California, I've been to New Hampshire, Georgia, got Kansas, been to a couple places. Yeah, it's definitely a different world. So don't, yeah, not that I need to tell anybody, but don't feel ashamed, don't feel worried, don't feel nervous. I could be speaking out of my backside, but there is no other place on earth, in my opinion, that you'll be accepted right off the bat, right in hands. Blue hair, purple feet, I don't care what it is. That as long as you're a good person or whatever, you're not, good people doing bad things or vice versa. See, there's a dyslexic. Bad people doing good things. Awesome. Without, again, rambling way too much, if y'all met me in person, it's probably still just as bad. And thanks again. Awesome meeting a bunch of y'all. Thank you again. One other thing I don't want to forget for the new subscribers, all y'all just stopping by, and like I said, thumbs up, handshake, how you doing, whatever it is. Thank you. The words, the conversations, all that, even better. I know it's not Messenger. It's not going to be back and forth, blah, 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 blah. But I try to keep it short, but get to the point, and I try to answer every single one of y'all if I can. I'm sorry if I don't get right to it. And not only Instagram, but YouTube's really weird how it works. Some of y'all will send comments, and I'll get them in, and I'll review them and go through a couple and get off of it, and then I'll go back just to check and see what's going on. And all of a sudden, it'll say I have some new ones, and I'll go and click on it, and it's literally the same comment with a little blue dot next to it like it's brand new and everything. It's like, no, I already replied to that. So again, if I don't get right back to you, my fault. I don't know what it is with the internet stuff and all that, but it just doesn't show up as much as I'd want it to. But I will definitely try. Thank y'all to all y'all. And just because it's new doesn't, it's not that. It's all y'all. Old, existing, sticking around, still popping in. Love it, love it, love it. I don't think I have to say it, but I don't mind. If any of y'all, again, have any questions, any of this stuff, obviously you can tell I'm not an expert when it comes to this. But I'm learning, and I'm trying to figure it out. Going day by day. Nothing else has changed. Like I said, everything's still good with the bike and everything. I still haven't got my car going yet, so that'll be hopefully coming up soon. Got to go through that carburetor a little bit and get that going. But so far, I'm going to probably leave it here. I'm probably going to wait, see how this feels tomorrow. Hopefully this guy feels a little better. Maybe we can trim a little bit off to get away from those nuts and bolts. I don't know. We'll see. But, hey, it's life. Sun shining. Everything's good. I don't know. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Forgive me for this. I'm not trying to delay, but I guess it's too late. No harm, no foul. Y'all don't hate me if you do. I'm sorry. But until next time, y'all stay good. Crash out.